for three. Yes. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Court. Batista with the catch. Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
Hand down, man down.
Yeah, I can see how disrespectful he's being right now.
No, I went to Temecula and brought you some dirt.
Yeah, that's a technical.
Mama, there goes that man.
Welcome back to the Bounce on Bite Size Sports, a Wednesday night special because, man, we've got an action-packed, loaded week. So before I get into any tangents here, James, we've got live NBA action.
We do, Kev. We do.
More than we usually do on a Thursday because we picked Thursdays because it's the lean night. But the NFL
and we
draft.
moved in. Yeah, we moved from the NFL draft into a loaded Wednesday. That was a bright decision by us, but such is life, Kev. Such is life. So we've got two games going on. First game, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Knicks are up 12 on the Cavs, looking like they are going to finish the series out, which is good for them because I just saw Julius Randle re-injured his ankle in this game. Did you see that, Kev?
I did not see that.
I did not. Let's see. Injury occurred with 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the second. What did he do? Did he land on it weird here? Oh, yep. Looks like, I don't know what he did. I'm watching it right now. He might have landed on somebody's foot. It's kind of weird. He goes up on a jump shot, comes down. Yeah, so he re-injured. He is out, which if they win, that series is over, so that's actually good for them. Gives them a little time before they have to play again, but still not great going into the next round.
Yeah, that at least yeah, there's not much because they potentially won't even have that much time to rest, right?
Who would they have? They would have?
They're going to have are they going to have the winner of the Miami-Milwaukee series?
Yes, the Miami-Milwaukee series, which in theory could end tonight. I don't think it will, but it could.
It very well could.
Yeah, they could. If both those series ended tonight, that would start this weekend, I believe, because Nuggets-Suns first game is Saturday.
Oh, I love how we're going to get some weird crossing here now with especially some of these series. I'm surprised as we're looking at that Knicks Cleveland score that series looks like it's about to be.
I am very surprised on this series. I thought this was my most likely pick to go 7. And outside of this or Warriors Kings, I would say.
Yeah, it was a very trendy pick for that too. This was the first pick that was locked in for the entire for the postseason, right? This is the first one we knew about, and almost everyone we talked to thought this is going to be a great series. It's going to go 7. Everyone outside of New York, give the Knicks fans their props. They knew, they always knew.
Yeah. It's just such a battle, man. When you go, the Knicks defensively are just they're rugged. They're tough. It's hard to play against them. Donovan Mitchell's not had a great series. He's got 21 points on 22 shots tonight. Man, they have. Last game, he had 11 points, 5 of 18, 6 turnovers. RJ Barrett's playing good again tonight. He's got 21 on 11 shots. Good Lord. Brunson's carrying him with Julius out. He's got 20. Yeah, this looks like it's going to stand. They're up 12 with, let's see here as I reload it, 4:24 left, Kev. This one surprises me a little bit. I didn't see this one. I liked Cleveland come out of this, and then moral of the story is every series game I've picked, I've been wrong. So just go the other way.
So get your bets in. That's a good time.
Bet against me.
Good time for me to mention to you all watching at home. Let us know your picks in the comments. We've got 4 games live tonight and upcoming matchups that we will get into, but we've also may have some second round matchups to look at. We've got at least one we know we're looking at. Maybe we'll have an Eastern Conference second round matchup to be looking at. It won't quite be over by the time we get off tonight, but I don't know. Miami, Milwaukee, we'll see. But let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Join the chat. We want to hear from you. But James, we have a close game currently as well with the Grizzlies and the Lakers going at it. What are your thoughts right now?
That's what I was watching before I hopped on here. Good to see Anthony Davis finally showed up. He was the only reason they weren't getting beat by 20 in the first quarter. They had 11, I think. He's got 22 and 12 right now on 16 shots. He's been very good. Early they were shooting the crap out of it. The Grizzlies were. Kennard and Desmond Bane had the early ones. Desmond Bane's 3 for 6 right now. Kennard's 2 for 3. He hasn't made any since then. But it's only a 2-point game. This has gotten close again. Lakers were down 10 at half, I believe, if I'm right. 10 or 11 at half. So they've outscored them 7 here in the third. So they win tonight. That series is over too. Another very surprising one. We both thought this could happen, though. We both thought this could happen.
Absolutely, yeah. It not a big surprise. This was one of the ones that had a hard time picking it as a quote upset, just because Grizzlies had a lot of issues going down the stretch. The Lakers got hot even without LeBron, and now with LeBron and Anthony Davis getting healthy and their wing players, and the Grizzlies doing some crazy things like just refusing to guard open shooters on the perimeter. That was driving me nuts last game.
It's been weird, man. The amount of shots they let Dillon Brooks take too is something. He is 3 of 13 tonight.
Yeah, he is. Wow, really trying to shoot his way out of that, which, that guy's had a bit of a tough week, I would say.
He has, Kev. He didn't talk to media after the last game, which is him and Ja both did. What are your thoughts on that? Are you okay with that?
I'm totally fine with it. However, you want to poke the bear. You want to be, if you're going to be that guy, you'd better be ready when it's your turn, because it's going to be the loudest in your direction when you don't step up, when you don't answer the call. And so if you want to say no questions, I'm out, I'm good, or whatever he said, I'm done, whatever it was. That's fine. You're going to have to deal with those consequences because you're going to get all kinds of backlash. You're going to get called out, and you may completely lose any credibility you might have had as a tough guy, as an enforcer, because if you can only talk it, but you can't back it up and you can't receive it, then your talk means nothing. And you'll quickly find your way out of this league because you can only, there's like a scale. It's kind of like the mess around and find out scale where there's it's like the Manny Ramirez scale, right? There's only so much insanity that a franchise is willing to deal with. And it's based on how much talent you have and the longevity that you have ahead of you. So Dillon Brooks may be best suited for a change of scenery coming into next year. I don't know that this team's culture has helped him out, or maybe vice versa. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe he's had a negative impact on the team as well.
Very well could be. I could see that, man. That's a possibility. He got ejected in game 3, gets blown by in game 4. I think we got to show the clip, right, Kev? We got to show the 2 LeBron clips. LeBron had a fantastic game in game 4. Are you surprised it was the first 20 and 20 game of his career? 20 points, 20 rebounds game of his career?
I was absolutely surprised.
It caught me completely off guard. Caught me off guard. I believe he finished 22 points, 20 rebounds. I believe he's the oldest person to ever have a 20-20 game.
I got that 40 somehow. So here we go. Yeah. We'll show the clip right now.
Yeah. So this is the end of the the end of the game to tie it, go to overtime, high off the glass. Great play. Then this is the one. He gets Dillon Brooks, man, the myth, legend, up 3. And just
He wants him, he gets him.
he gets him, and and 3-point play there.
Completely bodied by LeBron as well. I might add. So we're gonna roll that beautiful Bron footage one more time.
He gets the man. He gets the bear. He gets the old bear.
And even you can see Dennis Schroeder's got his hands up, like, all right, fella, I see you.
It
You
just
can have
takes
it.
him right to the rim, and
He might have
over.
fouled him multiple times. I can't. I mean, it's a physical. It's playoff basketball. I get it, but
he
with
just gets
contact,
blown. Yeah, I mean, he's bumping him the whole way. They don't call it till the very end.
and then there's even the little shove afterwards. So
I don't know what he's guarding him way out there for. LeBron's not Dame. He's not going to shoot it from half court. Like, back up, man. Back up.
Maybe.
Just like that right-hand drive, Desmond Baines talked about it after the game, and he's just like, we just are pretty much our principles, our commitment to it. Like, we know he's a right-hand driver, and we weren't in the gaps. We weren't there to help. He's like, that's our fault. Like, scouting report errors, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they leave Vanderbilt. They leave Jared Vanderbilt wide open in the corner. And I get it. So I've been dying to talk with you about this. And I'm going to pull this footage up again. I may not actually play it, but we're going to. Let me see here. I want to
pause it where you need it.
Exactly, because I don't know if they're going to do it, but they're in the similar principles here, so we can kind of talk about it. So you see how here we have Rui Hachimura and Anthony Davis in the corner. Yep. Well, most of the I believe it was actually this game. They would have Jared Vanderbilt in one of these corners, and what you would see about 4 Grizzlies committed to the paint, but only like half committed. So whoever would be down here on the wing in the short corner, instead of guarding Vanderbilt, they, in theory, were supposed to, and here's where you got to talk through this with me, James, and talk to the folks at home. In that scenario where you have the pick and roll at the top, you now have a player in the corner where Hachimura is. You as a defender, you got to decide, I'm either going to play help on the drive and we're giving up the 3, or I'm trusting, I'm going to hedge the drive. I'm going to step in, but I'm going to be committed to not giving up the 3. Well,
I think I lost you. Hello?
Game 3, and it was huge.
He's back, folks. I can see him. A little technical difficulties.
Hello. Sorry about that. Apparently the internet went down. I think I just got it back now, of course.
Okay, I thought it's one of those weird things where I was like, I thought it was me, and I was just staring at the screen like a lunatic.
Well, my apologies, folks. And guess what? As if on cue, whatever just happened is fixing it up. So I
Perfect.
will be right back on the other screen. Ridiculous.
You know, sometimes, Kev, it doesn't work when you need it most, technology specifically. So I will give us a few updates here while Kev is getting himself back in running. Knicks are up 8 with 1:06 left in the game. Now up 9. That is pretty much over. Lakers, Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have taken off. Grizzlies are up 18 at the moment, 94-76 at the end of the third. If the Lakers don't get it together soon, that game is going to be over. So I can see we can see Kev. Oh, there he's back here. So Kev, let's get this clip back up here. Let's get you talking back what you were talking about. I'm going to pause this. Get the sound off. You were talking. Let's go back a little bit.
Yes, I remember. How could I forget my big issues with the
wasn't this one? It was the other one, wasn't it?
Defense here of Memphis. So the issue was the lack of commitment on the pick and roll. When LeBron would be driving, they would have Vanderbilt in the corner, and whoever's guarding him, James Wright, has to either commit to help out or I'm going to defend the 3 ball. And they would stay in no man's land and just let him get to the rim while not providing any help defense either.
Yeah, so this is so tricky if I can. It's not perfect, but LeBron coming downhill here. You've got it loaded up. You've got shooters on the right side. You got Reeves there. One key thing, Kev, is strong side, like a big concept in schematic scheme. Everything is strong side drives. So the guys on the right, so I think that's Dylan Brooks, and I don't know who the other one is. Oh, Desmond Bane there. They can stunt, but they can't come because that's the easiest pass in the game. If they come help. So with Anthony Davis here, this one gets goofy. It's actually Jaren Jackson is the one that needs to meet him at the rim. And he gets over there, like he's there. That's a second late. LeBron gets that up. If he's there a second earlier, that's a much more contested shot, and Ja's got to drop and hit Anthony Davis there. So because he's late now, and the thing is, he just won Defensive Player of the Year. Like, yeah, guess what? Yeah. He's probably late a lot and blocks this a lot, but just play the whole thing. LeBron gets this so high off the glass, like that's the kicker, right? Like that thing is up there. Look at that thing. Like you can't get that ball.
Oh yeah.
So that's Jaren Jackson's fault. Like he doesn't get there early enough. The blow by, the rotations aren't there. And then this other one is just hilarious because I don't know what. So this game's not over. There's 35 seconds left. They're down 3. Just get a stop. What is there? I got the thing in front. I think there's 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep.
It's a little goofy there on my end. And he just lets him go left. Boom. Blows right by him. Like, what are we doing, Dylan Brooks? Like, he's not going to shoot it from out there.
Yeah, he's not going to shoot out there. I mean, we want him to go left.
Bodies. And actually, like, he kind of, if he wanted to, he probably could have threw a lob to Anthony Davis there.
Yeah.
Rotation on the backside or late.
Exactly. As the late rotations, they're all around, which again, we don't have the footage of it here, but what was killing me in the first half was they did exactly what you were saying not to do. Not only they were either stunting late or they were overcommitting, but
Yep.
it was leading
Mhm.
to Vanderbilt completely wide
Wide
open in the
open.
corner,
Mhm.
which is
Yep.
a incredibly easy shot for him, and he hit quite a few of them. So yeah, just bad all around. Supposed to be such a good defensively sound team, and we just haven't seen it yet. Although maybe maybe they're seeing it right now live because what do the Grizzlies still have an 11-point lead? Can I trust my internet over here?
It is up to it's 24 now.
Ho, ho,
It is
ho.
a blowout now.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
they've taken off. That they outscored them by 9 at the end of the third quarter. They've outscored them 6 here in the fourth, and woof. Anthony Davis has been great, but across the board, it's LeBron's got 15-9, only 3 assists. Reeves 10, D'Angelo Russell 11. Ja's got 29, Desmond Bain 31. There's your two difference makers right there. That game turns quick. That turned very quick.
The Lakers have scored, I think, all of maybe 5 points since my internet went out.
You did
So
this.
that was,
You did this, bud.
yeah. Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive how quickly they fell from the sky on that one. So, all right. Well, moving on. Where should we go to next,
Well,
James? What
we
game
will
want to talk about next?
We will acknowledge the Knicks winning. The series is over. They just beat the Cavaliers 106-95. So they went to Cleveland and finished the series off. Woof. Very, very disappointing end of the season for the Cavs, man. Very disappointing.
That's an understatement. Well, no, that's very well said. But yeah, it's not just the fact that they're out, but the fact that they're gentlemen's swept, and now the narrative is the Knicks just beat Donovan Mitchell with all the players that they didn't trade to get Donovan Mitchell. So
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yeah, Jalen Brunson was good. Barrett, Quickie off the bench had 19. Obi Toppin, my boy, had 12. So Knicks moving on. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the surprise. One of the surprises so far, Kev. The 9:30 game tonight is the Heat Bucks. The Heat are up 3-1, buddy. Did you see that one coming?
Oh yeah, called that one for sure. Absolutely had it picked. No, where the only credit I would like would be saying that Miami was the one team or one of two teams, I think, when we talked about in our preview, who's a low seed that we thought could be an upset. We both mentioned like it's hard to ever bet against Miami, but this time they're playing against the Bucks, who are such an incredibly deep team. So we expected them to make this interesting. I didn't expect them to make it quite this interesting, and dare I say it, at the risk of making it uninteresting tonight. So no, I'm a bit shocked here, especially when you think about the way Milwaukee's one win was the game without Giannis, right?
Yeah. Yes. They won game 2 without Giannis.
What's going on?
It's I don't know. This one's wild. And then the Jimmy Butler game in game 4 was just absolutely crazy.
Oh, is this? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, 56 points, 4th highest points ever in a playoff game. It's just, I watched it. He had 22 of their 28 in the first quarter. He had 20 in a row at one point. 19, and he was efficient too. 19 of 28, 3 of 8 from 3. He doesn't shoot threes. He was 35% on the year, under 1 make a game. 15 of 18 from the free throw line. 9 rebounds. They had a 14-point deficit in the 4th. They came back. He let them back from. He had 21 points in the 4th. They were down 101-89 in the 4th. The Heat outscored the Bucks 30-13 the rest of the way. And I mean, his playoff Jimmy is a thing. Yes. He averaged 22.9 in the regular season. In the playoffs, he's averaging 36.5, leading the NBA right now.
We need a new version of the meme of the exhausted Jimmy meme. We need an upgrade because it's true all over again.
Something. It's something. Jump back real quick. Our boy Nate here. He just missed us talking about Cleveland. His question is, how disappointing is it? The vibe in Ohio, Kev. You're in Ohio. Got any pulse on? I know you just had some. Your internet went down, so maybe that's what was going on. That was
Yeah.
The collective sigh from Ohio.
Riots. Yeah, there are riots in the streets right now. Can't keep a good internet connection. No, it's certainly disappointing. As Nate mentions here, as we talked about a little bit beforehand, got to revisit the whole situation. I think. I mean, the good news is most of the talent on this team is young.
Very young.
One would think that you fix a few of the complementary pieces here. I'm not sure off the top of my head what everybody's contract situation is, but I believe most of the core players are under contract for the next year.
So I'm the same as you. I don't know it for sure, but I don't. As far as I know, I don't know any guys that aren't coming. Like there's a contract situation going on.
So here's the thing that I will say for Cleveland, and they wouldn't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. I wouldn't want to hear it right now, but I can say this. Teams like this that are young, we've seen there's precedents over the years to say that, teams take their playoff lumps and then they take that experience, they grow from it, they do something else. Yeah, we all expected more from them this year. That doesn't mean they're going to fall below expectations next year, because I do expect this team to have the ability to be right back in the playoffs again next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Nate brings up a good point here, though. They did give up a lot of draft capital, but again, the counterpoint, most of the talent's young. I don't know what they're going to do about guys like Karis LeVert. So there's some of those complementary players where I'm not sure what they're going to do there. They're going to have to get creative, but that's where the solution is. I don't think they need first round talent to add to this roster. I think they need to add some core veteran pieces, and they can find some guys in the free agent market. I don't know if they'll be able to find anything through a trade at this point, but yeah, they're going to be looking for some contributors for sure. But Cleveland, I expect we'll see them in the playoffs again next year.
I would agree, with a very similar roster, maybe a few changes here and there, but tough way to end it. Good for Knicks fans. It's been a long time since they've been here.
Absolutely.
Man, Evan Mobley had 6 points. Jared Allen had 4. Man, it's tough.
Not a good night from the front court. So, we got another. Anytime. Appreciate you for the question, Nate. And that reminds me, once again, those of you, we've got some new viewers since I said it last time. Thank you. Oh, I love it. We've got people watching on all 3 platforms. That always makes me happy. Welcome to the Bounce. Get us your questions now. We have gone over so far the Knicks game. We've gone over the Grizzlies and the Lakers game. So let's dive into Miami and Milwaukee, which is just tipped off. And we were talking about the series a little bit already. So is it time for our next clip?
I think it's time, folks. I put together my Hemi Buckets, my favorite 12 clip, my favorite 12 points from his 56-point outburst. I will preface it, most of them come from the first and fourth quarters, obviously. So let's play this. Let's narrate it. You haven't seen this yet. I did this on my own. So let's see how this goes. Turn the volume down a little bit here.
There we go.
I'm going to replay that back. First play of the game was a dunk. The slip, boom. Just dunk right out the gate.
Get the people going.
Yep.
Oh, I love that
wild
slip from Strus.
Wow. Slip, wild 3. He was shooting threes like a madman. This one I love.
Double screen. Little moving screen from Kyle Lowry. It's all right.
Snakes around, step back. Like, he shows off a vast array of moves this game.
We all know how much I love that step back in the mid-range.
Wham! Just shooting threes.
That's and one. There's a foul there. Ref Kev, not gonna let him slip.
Nobody wants to guard him this time.
Don't do. Are you kidding me?
And one, bang,
and he
bank
turns
shot,
it into
one.
a foul. Wow. Well done.
This over here. He's got such great footwork in the paint.
Often forgotten
Step
how
back,
good he is in the
boom.
post.
Oh yeah, he owns him in the post. One of the best defenders in the
yeah.
Bucks.
What a matchup right here. Yep.
It makes it look easy. Love this. They get the switch. They get what they're looking for. Get him on Robin Lopez or Brooke Lopez. Great defender, by the way. and just puts him in a blender. Just
But it ain't
see
enough.
you later. Giannis comes over, doesn't help, doesn't matter. And one. Give it to him.
Shades of Akeem right there.
He gives it to everybody too. Switch on to Middleton. And one. Like, he gave it to everybody. It didn't matter who it was. This is awesome. This place goes nuts. Takes the lead.
Oh,
Listen to that place. Just outrageous. Bang. This one, the dagger right here, this is a ridiculously dumb shot. Boom. Like,
what do you do?
Oh my God. Like, it's not. He's at 53 points. It's not a dumb shot, but you're up one. He just goes down, right down the middle, left, step back, poof. It's just, oh man. What a game. What a game from him.
We were falling all over ourselves watching this one live.
It was crazy,
on
man.
Playback TV / Bite Size Sports, because that was just unbelievable. A phenomenal. See, it's so
Phenomenal.
ridiculous
Nice,
that I'm just adding syllables to words because that's how incredible the performance was. We were due.
Uh-oh. Did I lose him again, folks? I may have lost my cohort again. The internet.
Nursing. Oh no, not again.
I can hear you now. I can hear you. You're back. You cut out for a little bit.
Bounced back real quick. The question, as I was going to say,
pulse on Ohio is bad right now. The internet's blinking in and out. It's tough sledding in Ohio right now.
It's time to get to higher ground, folks. But what is going down with first tonight and then the rest of this series? So is Jimmy going to do it all again, put the team on his back, Greg Jennings style, or will Milwaukee, the deepest team in the league, I might add, will they right the ship and get things going? We already know what Nate in the chat thinks. Let us know, guys, who's your pick for the win? But I'm interested as well, James, in what you have to say. What do you think? Bucks Heat, who's taking it down?
I think I'll start specifically tonight. I think the Bucks get it back under control tonight. Jimmy's 56-point game overshadowed Giannis's return. And Giannis had a triple-double in that return, too. He had 26, 13, and 10. And for the majority of the game, it looked like the Bucks were going to run away and win by 10 to 12. They led 10 to 12 most of the game. That we all know the final score, but if you watch the game, that's what it seemed like. So I think the Bucks will get tonight. And man, I'm going to say, and I can't believe I'm going to say, I think the Heat winning 6. I think they go back to Miami, get back in front of that home crowd, and Hemi comes back one more time, and it's over. Like, I think the Bucks, I think the Heat win the series. I think on your scale, bleep around and find out scale, the Bucks messed around a little too much and unleashed the beast.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know about all that, or as the beloved Lee Corso might say, not so fast, James. Not so fast. I am going with Milwaukee in 7. They're going to have to face some extreme adversity here. 3-1 is no easy sled, but it's been done before, and it's been done not that long ago. And this is a team that could do it. I think at the end of the day, they're the more talented team. They're the better team. They just don't have the best offensive player. So if they can find a way to get their offense figured out, they can survive another 50 piece from Jimmy, which as much I predicted that 50 piece, by the way, on playback.tv / Bite Size Sports. So
nice.
Y'all would have known the 50 piece was coming.
Nice.
And you might have made a little bit of money if you had taken me up on my offer. Yeah, after that first quarter, no way. Yeah, we were going 50 piece.
He was unbelievable in that first quarter. Slowed down until the fourth. It's going to be that's a fun series. Like, regardless, it's been a lot of fun. Playoff Jimmy's a thing. His comments after the game were great too. He's like, I don't know about the nickname. I was just hooping. Yes, Jimmy. Yes, you were, bud.
Indeed, always. So who is next? Let's look at the 10 p.m. game
Big one
tonight, right?
tonight.
A big one tonight. It's really going to cut into my sleep schedule.
Oh, yeah. Sleep doesn't exist tonight, buddy. So we've
Mm-mm.
got Warriors Kings, 10 p.m. Eastern. Heads back to Sacramento. Obviously, major travel there for both teams. Warriors won both games at home. One game 3 without Draymond, which was I did not see coming. I thought this series was done. Game 3, 114-97. Game 4, they survived the Steph Curry, almost Chris Webber timeout gaff. Won 126-125. Had to sweat it out after being up about 5 there at the end. Big news, Kev, for this series. De'Aaron Fox has a broken index finger, and I did see in warmups it is on his shooting hand, and he's playing.
Oh, he is playing.
He's
Yep.
playing, or he's attempting to play. I haven't seen anything that says he's not, but it's on his index finger on his shooting hand. That could be troublesome.
Yes, sir. In so many ways. Now, I talked about this. I believe we talked about this on the Bucks Heat live stream with the finger, where it was thought it's possible. James, you've probably dealt with this, or at least coached or played with players that have dealt with this, where you get a broken finger, and so what do? You tape it to the guy next to it, and then you get in the gym with that tape on, and you figure out, this new awkward way to shoot with half your hand numb.
Yeah,
So it's possible. I don't expect the jump shot to be true, is what I'm getting at, but
no.
I expect him to play. I expect him to still be able to finish at the rim, and the free throw line is where I'm hoping, if he's able to get in enough time, hopefully he can at least still hit 60% from the line with the broken finger. But that's tough, man. That's a lot of pain. I don't know, James, have you ever had to play the game of basketball with a broken finger? I've had a severe jam in my middle finger, but nothing like that.
I've never broken a bone in my body, actually, Kev. My worry, and I think you're the same way, is just I'm trying to pull up and see if I can find if he's going to have any type of cast or like splint or something. He's got to have something covered, I think. How's it going to affect his grip dribbling? How's it going to affect his shooting? How's it going to affect his finishing at the rim? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. It's going to completely change, I think, the dynamic in an end game scenario. Here's one of the favorites, at least a finalist, right, for Clutch Player of the Year, whatever that award is. I can't remember.
He won it. He did win Clutch Player of the Year.
Did he win it? Good.
He won it. Yes.
It found its way to its rightful home then. However, with a broken finger, I don't think he's the guy you're going to want. I mean, you're probably going to want the ball in his hands, but I believe everyone will be expecting him to give the ball up in this scenario. So that's my biggest thing. There will probably be a couple of turnovers here and there where he'll lose the handle. I would like to think that coach, player, teammates, everybody would be on board if this is if it's going to be that big of a detriment that he's going to go sit down, But so I think he's going to be good enough to get things done here. But I'm worried about his ability to actually score the basketball, especially in a late game scenario.
That's what I was trying to see.
Trevor has a question for us while you look at that. It says, why are the Warriors favorites when they can't win on the road?
They can't win on the road. That's ridiculous. Trevor,
great
what are
question.
you talking about? I think it's De'Aaron Fox's injury. It has to be.
That's the only reasonable.
It's the only reason. What are they favored by?
2-point favorites.
2 point. I mean, I think they've actually been favored in almost every game in the series, which is wild. Man, I can't find anything.
Absolutely.
I was hoping to be able to catch warm-up clips or something of him.
See if he's pulling off any jump shots in warm-ups. But yeah, I was
looking for.
For what it's worth, the matchup predictor is still in Sacramento's favor, so that's a good sign.
Interesting.
That's it. In my opinion. Now, James, I know you're concerned about De'Aaron Fox. I'm taking the Kings in this one.
You are? Whoa!
The home teams are winning out in this series. That's how I think it's going to happen. I'm taking Kings in 7. But what do you think?
I like the Warriors in 7.
Ooh.
you're right. The Warriors are bad on the road. I mean, they're bad as an understatement. They're absolutely awful. Oh, I found something. Did I find
Ooh.
something? Okay.
Bum, bum,
I found what I was
bum.
looking for. Okay, so we're going to pause and we're going to see if I can pull this off. Folks, I have just now figured out how to present on here, and it's changing my life, and Kev has been teaching me. So I'm going to try this here.
Live Fox update. This is what I love about having some action.
Here we
on the
are.
Bounce Show.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So there it is, a splint on his finger. Let's click over here.
Ain't too bad.
Yep. So this was yesterday. So this was in practice yesterday. This is the closest we can get. He's not two fingers together, Kev. So it's just one. Left hand. He is left-handed.
I am interested about that.
That looks. It's got to have something on the front, right? Like right here to protect him, like a little plastic. It looks almost plastic.
Yep, on the top, I would think. Yeah. I don't know how much, like, that scares me.
How can you shoot like that? Would be like
how much
shooting off that, you know?
Yes.
He's gonna, man.
I also don't see how much help that's going to be to a broken finger. I feel like they're under protecting that for the sake of trying to allow as much mobility and ball control.
That's exactly what they're doing.
But he's not, or what's going to happen is, what if he sticks his hand out poking after a loose ball? You know, he runs a risk of jamming that worse. There's not enough protection.
Like that, like, man.
Yeah, especially against this team, right? You know, I'm not going to say any names of anyone in particular that I think might try to take advantage of the fact that De'Aaron Fox has a broken finger when he gets in the mix. But I mean, you might be able to think up some names at home. And if you want to leave them in the comments section, I might read them. But
he may have already missed a game in the series, but
I have to maintain my integrity.
That's not here nor there. Yeah, those are all the same. So I don't know, Kev. I'm a little worried. I like the Warriors to win this series. I just don't know if they're going to win tonight or if it's going to be Game 7.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Will the injured De'Aaron Fox be enough for the Warriors to finally win another game on the road? They only managed to win 11 of them.
That's what I was just going to look up. How many they won on the road? They're absolutely horrific.
11-30 for those of you playing at home.
Man, this is one of the most. It's zoinks. It's one of the most mind-boggling things ever. Is how there's just a major difference. They were good last game though. Curry, Jordan Poole, and Klay Thompson were very good. Jordan Poole had his best game of the series. So,
yep. Right after all the talk of, all the rumors of him being unhappy and not liking his role and not being able to play basketball anymore, and then boom. That's what you gotta love about Twitter. So as I pull up,
Twitter is the best.
The remaining series. So there's 3 that we haven't talked about, or there's 4 actually. Sorry, forgive me. There's I don't want any Boston fans or Atlanta fans getting too mad. There's 4 we haven't talked about, but 3 of them are completed. So James, dealer's choice. Do you want to talk about the last one left in play, or do you want to talk about one of the series that has already wrapped up?
Let's go ahead. Let's go Celtics Hawks here.
Absolutely.
Let's get this. Oh, what is going on here, Kev? What do you got on my screen here, bud?
I've got a little QR code for the folks at home that will take you to the Bite Size Sports TikTok account where you can catch all of our short form content. Hang out with us there. I will soon have a QR code that will take you to all of the rest of our social medias. But in the meantime, that's on the bottom there for those of you
it worked. I did it.
Listening. Oh, hey, look at that. Yes. For those of you listening, you can find us on Twitter at Bite_Size Sports and everywhere else, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It is just Bite Size Sports, all one word. We'd love to hang out with you there, and feel free to join our Discord. The link will be on the screen. Sorry, audio listeners, you're just going to have to come find us on YouTube if you want the Discord link, because I'm not reading all that. That's just not
You
good
don't
for
want to. There's a
anyone.
lot of capital letters, a lot of lowercase letters.
Yeah.
Like that's not a word at all.
It sounds like a CIA kind of code where, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it
Like
is,
some
yeah.
kind of secret agent will pop out if I read that. So sorry, you're just going to have
Right.
to hang out with us in person one of these days on YouTube.
Come
But
join us. So let's go, Kev. Let's shift over to the last game, last series still going. Let's not go to the second round ones yet. Celtics Hawks. This is one of the most surprising series to me, that this series is still going on. Hawks are up 3-2. Celtics are up 3-2. Hawks won game 5, 119-117. Trae Young hit a 3 to take the win. Trae Young had a mega game, 38 points. He only was 14 of 33, but he was 5 of 13 from 3, 13 assists, and the game winner. Jason Brown, I'm screwing up real bad right here. Jaylen Brown, 35 points. Jason Tatum, not so great, 19 points, 8 of 21 shooting, 1 for 10 from 3, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. What are your thoughts so far on this series, Kev?
I'm surprised it's not over. Those are my thoughts, my immediate thoughts, to be honest.
I agree.
I props to the Hawks, absolutely, for bouncing back and eking this one out. And respect to Quinn Snyder. I think he's doing a good job already, starting to pay off some dividends already. I don't believe it's going to be enough. You know who the real winner is in this whole situation, James?
Who's that?
The Philadelphia 76ers are the winner in this situation, because
Yes, they are.
They are getting just more and more rest. Although I guess no, they aren't. Are they the?
Yes,
I
they
gotta
are.
double check myself. They are the matchup, right? Yes,
They
thank you.
are the
Okay.
matchup. Yes.
Wanted
yes.
to make sure. Yeah, so they get to
Which we will
rest
get to.
Joel Embiid.
Correct. Joel Embiid needs some rest. We will talk about that. We'll get to that. Kev, I do want to play, and I forgot to upload it, so I'm going to have to screen share this again and see if I can go for 2 for 2 here. I'm going to try to do a video here. I've got the Trae Young game winner here.
Gotta love it.
So
Ice cold.
this is it doesn't have permission to share. So we're not going to get that, because I don't know why I can share tabs and not the video, unless I can do a full size screen here. Let's try that.
Got this.
No. I know what I can do. Guys, there's technical difficulties here, but I just
got some live television. Well, while you pull that up, apparently Jimmy is starting to feel it in the Miami-Milwaukee game. Look out. Mr. Buckets has 7 points at least.
Look what we got. I figured it out.
He's got it. Here we go.
So, this is the Trae Young game winner from the other night against Boston. It's not really playing on my side, so I hope you can see it.
With Gus Johnson, you can hear it. You don't need to see it.
Right?
Made for radio. Woo!
Gus Johnson's the best. So, major 3 there. Sorry for technical difficulties. So, Trevor's telling us that Jimmy Buckets is heating up, huh? Let's take a gander here. Let's take a gander. See what's going on. 24-18. They can get up 10 early.
Refreshed, though, you know.
They can get
just
up
to
10,
be safe.
Right? Oh, he does have 7. 3 of 4. He does have 7. Oh, Gabe Vincent with 9. Trev's not paying attention to the game. The wrong guy is heating up.
Oh, look at that. Only 1 3 as well. Gabe Vincent, he had some nice plays in the last game. Nice little up and under. He made a very poor decision late, though, in a situation where I think they were playing a 2-for-1. It might have been a third quarter, but he's sometimes not always making the best decisions. He's shot a terrible 3. There was 34 seconds left. There's 40 maybe. You definitely wanted a quick 2-for-1, but he just kind of one of those times where you create a screen for yourself in transition, where you just kind of run behind a guy who's kind of jogging ahead of you, and then he just pulls it from Dame range. And all respect to Gabe Vincent, but you know he's not Dame. So there we go. Yeah, Miami.
It'd be really cool. I got the up 10 bet on DraftKings on the Heat. If they're up 10, they win. And that's a plus 460 bet. That'd be a lot of fun. They're up 6 right now. So they can get 4 more points here. That'd be really cool. There's no way, Kev, the Heat aren't going to win in Milwaukee tonight, are they?
Is it
our
over?
boy, I don't know. No way, right? Michael's not here watching tonight. He is. He's a big Bucks fan. I'd be a little worried about him right now.
At least he has the Kings. Yeah, it's a tough night for Michael. Just a stressful night at least. Got back to back, right? Bucks game, and then the Kings game starts in maybe a half an hour here soon. So he's going to be, back and forth like
He's
this.
going to be going nuts. Yeah.
Could be a great night. Could be a bad night. I'm not sure.
I still think the Bucks are going to win, but good Lord.
It's getting hard to believe at this point. Drew
is,
Holiday, 0 for 3. Bobby Portis has not taken a shot. And we have a Wes Matthews sighting, which...
That's wild.
Right?
That's interesting. Over before Connaughton, Ingles, Crowd. Wow. This makes
things up. They need to shake it up, man, right? Apparently.
Also, this is all the more crazy. It's not the right word. Just different. Tyler Hero's out,
Mm-hmm.
He's been out since game 1 when he broke his hand. Like, this is crazy.
No Hero, no Oladipo.
Yep, Oladipo got hurt, tore his. I did want to mention that. What did he do? I got that in here. 1 second. He,
Giannis has
actually might have. I must have. Oh, he tore his. Man, it's tough. Tore his patellar tendon in his left knee. That's just. It sucks, man. It's tough for him. It's tough.
The guy cannot catch a break.
He's had a rough couple of years. Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Hey, there was Duncan Robinson. There's been some Duncan Robinson sightings out there, man. That's kind of wild, right? Like, he came out of old Spoelstra, let him out of the cave, unlocked the cave door, and let him out.
Well, he's bound to, You got to play somebody at this point.
He had 20 points in game 3, 7 of 9, was 5 of 6 from deep. Spoelstra doesn't like that, man. He don't play no defense. Like, it's crazy to think how that's changed since the bubble era. Wild.
Yeah, if it weren't for the injuries, I doubt we'd be seeing him. But hey, there's an opportunity, and an opportunity probably to hopefully get someone else's attention, because I don't think he quite fits Miami's culture there.
No, and he fits the culture. I just don't think he defends for Eric Spoelstra's liking.
Defense is the culture. That's
right. Yeah. Okay, so yes, you're right. Yes.
Oh, so all right. Well, we will check back in on Milwaukee and Miami since that game is going live. It is time to go back to probably this Boston and Atlanta series, because we haven't picked it yet. We haven't confirmed where we think we're going. So I think everyone knows where I stand with this one. I think the Celtics take it home in the next game. But
I do too. I think they will win at home in game 6. That is tomorrow night. Okay. I was wondering if there was a game tomorrow night because of the draft. That's the only one. Oh, we got to talk about the wildest thing, Kev. Do you know what? I also said they're at home tomorrow night. They're not. They're on the road. Did you know what happened with the Hawks Arena, State Farm Arena tomorrow night? Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah, as as Ohio's biggest Janet Jackson fan, I am well aware of the goings on.
The arena was double booked. So there is a Janet Jackson concert tomorrow night that just happens to be on the same day as game 6, folks. And they couldn't move the Janet Jackson concert to this weekend because what's going on this weekend? Kev, did you know this?
What is going on there this weekend in Atlanta?
Back to back, Saturday and Sunday, Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, how could I forget?
I know you're a big T-Swizzle fan. So they Janet Jackson got bumped to Friday. Hawks took precedent, and anybody that wanted a refund for tickets could get a refund. It sounded like now. Start factoring in hotels, everything. I'm sure that is an absolute nightmare. That's tough.
She's gonna get an itemized receipt like that Morgan Wallen fan did.
Right. Oh yeah, that was. That is a wild thing, by the way. If you go through the line by line, that item sheet, it was where they were spending money and for what was wild. They only spent $40 at Cracker Barrel. I'd spend more than that myself.
Hey, all I'm saying is we're gonna hire that lady to be the Bite Size Sports accountant. She's gonna get everything written off.
Yep.
Call me. No, I'm just kidding. Our real accountant would
yeah.
be very upset to hear me make that joke. So let me say it now. We're not looking. We're very happy with the service. Shout out to Busy Beekeeping if you're looking for an accountant. This is not a sponsored show, but I know a great accountant. So there we go. Sorry, moving right along.
I'll make fun of my accountant. Joe Pritchard's terrible. He costs me money every year. Love that kid. I think the Celtics are going to win tomorrow night, Game 6 in that series. That's how I feel.
Lock it in.
I think it's going to be a Tatum game. He's not been great. He's going to finish that series off. That's my thoughts there. Your thoughts, Kev?
Ooh, a signature moment from Tatum. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I don't forget about good old Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown will have a nice night as well. But no, the Celtics.
He had a really good game the other day. Tatum was
the conversations that should be being had in the Celtics locker room right now, in their wherever they're at, is we need to win this one, because every day that we give our next they're not I keep getting this mixed up. They are playing. God, why do I keep forgetting? Yes, every day that we give the Sixers to rest up, that's a negative for us. They're playing themselves into an advantage if they can win this game. So therefore, I think it's very easy to treat it like a must win for yourself. Let's go get this game. We can't let this go to 7. I don't think they're really afraid of losing this series, but
it's gone on longer than any of us expected.
I thought this was going to be a sweep, to be honest.
I did too. I really did. Quinn Snyder's done a really good job. The Hawks have fought, man. They were down 2-0, won 2 or 3 since. I think it ends Game 6. The biggest thing, they need to get rest, and they need to make sure the 76ers don't get any more rest, because on that front, Philadelphia swept Brooklyn, but Joel Embiid is out right now with a sprained right knee. He missed Game 4, and they still won without him. So his status is in question for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. So I think if the Celtics would win tomorrow, I don't think that game would – the earliest would be Sunday, probably Monday would be my guess. I don't know for sure on that one. I haven't seen see if there's anything here on ESPN with that.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting while you're pulling that up. I believe it's going to be Paul Reed, I would think, that would get the start, because Embiid's, the last report I saw was at about 50%. So chances are, even if he plays in Game 1, will he start, or will he get maybe like a what I like to lovingly refer to as a Willis Reed start, where he's there for the momentum, for the uplift, to play with the starters, and then very quickly we're going to manage his minutes, sort of thing.
Trying to see if I can do a search here and find it. I don't.
And then Paul Reed and
conference semifinal schedule. Here we go.
Dedmon.
That was last year's.
And maybe even, in small ball lineups, they can roll PJ Tucker into the 5 if they need to. But so they have some options. So I think they're going to probably try to stretch and maybe play without Embiid for a couple of games if he's not at least 75%. I don't know. You're going to trot out a guy that's 50% who hits the ground as often as Embiid does?
He hits the ground so much. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Let's see at the Celtics. It would have started Saturday if they closed them out on Tuesday, which they didn't, obviously. First game. Okay, so if it concludes in 6 or 7 games, which it obviously will, winner would be, the Game 1 would be May 1st, which I believe is Monday. So, Kev, I guessed that completely, luckily, and I got it right. So Monday is the game. So there is still a little bit of time left here for Joel Embiid to get healthy. However, sprain knee's no joke, man. That's not an ankle.
Nope.
I think he'll miss Game 1.
I agree. Like I said, if someone's at 50%, I'd rather them just sit, because they're not going to be incredibly effective, at least not to the production you're used to. And there's as much of a chance, if not more of a chance, that they just end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
So
you don't want it. Joel Embiid's been injured a lot in his career. You do not want that, man.
Can't afford it. So I think the Sixers will potentially be playing shorthanded to start that series. So let's see. We won't have any need to predict that yet. We don't know for certain that they'll be
Mhm.
playing the Celtics. So we will
We'll
leave
wait
that
on that.
alone.
We
However,
can
we
can
we
announce
can
one
predict.
more. We can announce one more final score. The Grizzlies did finish that game off, won 116-99. So that game that will go back to LA for game 6, which I assume would be Saturday, Friday or Saturday. Let's see if I can find that one. All these hypotheticals, Kev, that I did not plan for. Let's see. Play me that little. It is Friday, so Friday is game 6.
All
At
right.
Crypto.com Arena. Give me the Staples Center, please.
Yeah, so there we go. Game 6, Memphis, LA. Any picks from you for that one?
I think the Lakers pull it off at home, winning 6.
Taking it down in 6. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and agree, although I need to go watch the tape of this second half because the last time, because of our technical difficulties, the last time I looked at this game, the Lakers were outscoring the Grizzlies by 7 in the second half and had gotten it to within, I think, a 2-point game.
And then it went bonkers.
Something happened and the wheels completely fell off. So I want to look at that and see if there's not something that changes my mind. But as of now, I am still taking the Lakers to win this series.
Chris Middleton has 17 right now. He has 17 of the Bucks' 33 points. Random switch. Sorry, bud. Little bait and switch on you.
Somebody's got to do it. Now, back over to the Western Conference, because while we cannot predict the Sixers' second round matchup, we do have our first second round matchup locked in. So let's just go ahead and start with Nuggets Timberwolves. And what are your first thoughts there, James? We had a little extracurricular to talk about.
We did. So
post-game incidents.
Post-game antics just came out at 7:30 tonight. Minnesota Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards was cited for third-degree assault after he allegedly swung a chair that struck 2 female employees following the team's series-ending loss to the Denver Nuggets. Sounds like he threw a chair and hit 2 ladies. He was mad about losing. Unfortunate. When I first saw assault, I went, oh, no, this is bad. Like, you don't like to see that, but it was – not saying it's not bad. It was just – sounds like a dumb moment, out of control. It's a misdemeanor in Colorado, fine up to $1,000 possible jail time. He'll never get to jail time. So just did the wrong thing, the wrong time. You know?
Yeah, and it was we don't have the clip handy, but essentially he was headed towards the tunnel and at some point picked up, and I don't know if he threw the chair, if he swung the chair, but you can get a glimpse of the chair in the shot, and it's as he's kind of just running into the tunnel. So it really just looked like something you see. What I equated to, James, is when you see a guy in the baseball dugout, you know, taking a bat to the Gatorade cooler or just smashing stuff. It was one of those.
Yes.
He wasn't looking to do harm to an actual person. He was slamming something in frustration, which again, the takeaway here is save that for the locker room.
Yes, that's
understand the emotion, have no problem with it, have no problem. You want that kind of fire, honestly, from the guys in your locker room. You want them to take it that seriously, take it that personally. You just want to get them into a place where they're safe to go ahead. Plenty of guys break stuff in locker rooms after hard losses. I don't know. I hope I'm not breaking news to anybody, but who was it we saw the viral photo of the Purdue whiteboard after they lost? This stuff happens. It's just very unfortunate. Best wishes. Hope that whoever did get hit by the chair is okay, that everyone's going to be okay. But hopefully this is not something that we have to hear about much longer. I don't think we're going to see any sort of major suspension from Edwards. Maybe he'll miss the first game or 2 of the season. But what do you think, James? You think there's going to be any sort of blowout on the court? Any blowback for Edwards here?
Nope, I don't see anything coming of this. I think it's not a huge deal. It'll get taken care of. He's got a court date, but misdemeanor. I'm sure he'll pay the fine and move on. And I don't see anything coming to this. I really, really don't.
All right. Well, moving back to on the court with the series, and before we break down the Timberwolves Nuggets series, now would be a good time to remind you guys in the chat that we are going to be predicting this second round matchup here probably within the next 10 minutes. So let us know who you think will win the Nuggets Suns matchup in the chat. We will go over that here shortly, but I don't think it's going to take too long. At least it won't be for our Nuggets Timberwolves analysis, right, James? What are your thoughts about this series? Any big takeaways?
Oh, the Nuggets look like the Nuggets again. Game 5, Jamal Murray had 35 points. I'm surprised you changed your tag. 12 of 23, 5 of 9 from 3. The Joker was stellar in the closeout game. 28 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists. Anthony Edwards, this is their playoff debut, right? For him, is that right?
They were in the play-in last year.
Oh, they were? Okay. Did they make it out of the play-in, though?
I thought so, because didn't Pat Bev do like that dance on the scoreboard, throwing his jersey into the stands?
Maybe you're right. So maybe
or maybe that was from winning one play-in game. I can't remember.
Anyway,
it wasn't memorable. Sorry,
I wasn't sure if this was Anthony Edwards' first playoffs or not, but he had a stellar series. It wasn't his fault. He averaged 31.6 points per game, 48% from the field, 35.9% from 3, 5 rebounds per game, 5.2 assists per game. He had a great series. Just a weird, I think we talked about all year, the makeup of the Timberwolves is very goofy. Although I do like Mike Conley on that team.
Mike Conley was a great fit, almost salvaged it, but no, Gobert is the problem, in my opinion. And I don't know where he's going to find a home in the future. But yes, so just for sake of continuity, they did play 6 games. So they did in the first round of playoffs last year. So
okay.
Edwards, I will say, for what it's worth, he got his playoff average up from 25 to almost 32 points per game.
Yep.
So big
huge
upgrade from him this time around.
Yep. Exactly what we expected. We expected a sweep or a gentleman sweep, and Denver was very handily took control of that series and got it done. So what we expected there. Their opponent in the second round is the Phoenix Suns. The Suns beat the Clippers. Kev, I think we were both pretty disappointed in that series, right?
Unbelievably, really. I mean, through no one's fault, really. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, not because injuries happened, and that's the only reason, in my opinion, that this one wasn't close and wasn't fun to watch at all. But here we are.
Just was tough. Kawhi got hurt again. Did he miss 3 games? Is that right? Yeah, 3 games. It was announced today that he had a torn meniscus, so it is. I think that was on purpose announcing that, because there's been a little blowback about him not being tough or not willing to play through stuff. Kawhi is, man, he just consistently got knee problems, and I'm worried it's going to rob us of he was dominant. That year they won the title with the Raptors. He was the best player in the league and looked poised to take the league over. Forced the Clippers to trade for Paul George when he signed there. Looked like they were going to have a dynamic team. And I think it's 3 straight seasons now where they haven't finished with both of them. And it sucks, man. I thought that Suns Clippers series was going to be great. And 4-1, it was not.
Go ahead.
Valiant effort by Russell Westbrook in game 4. He had 30 some points. Like, credit to Russ, man. He took a lot of heat this year, and he tried. He gave it his all in the series, and he couldn't get it done. And just tough, man. It just sucks. That's really it. It just sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely a bummer. I would love to have seen this one go the distance. And the real question, I guess, the takeaway here, since there's not really much to analyze when both teams are hurt like this. So my question for you, James, is this. Is it time for the Clippers to blow it up?
Oh, Kev, that's so tough because their pick situation's so bad because they traded them all to the Thunder. That's where my thought process is yes. The problem being their draft capital, they don't have it. I think they have their pick this year, and that's it for like the next 5. I don't think you can. I think you have to try again. I think both those guys have one more year on their contract. You have to try it one more time, just because I don't know what else you do. They're both injured, so it's going to be limited return, right? If you would trade them.
Yeah, I don't think you would get much in. Yeah, you're not going to get their actual value in return. Yeah, absolutely. A limited return there. And for what it's worth, they seem to agree with you. I saw an article earlier today that said, although the Clippers expected to be in the championship picture immediately after acquiring the two of them, that they still believe their championship window is open. So they don't expect to blow it up. They expect to retool, get these guys back, get them healthy, and get back into the playoffs and try again. So that's what they think. Now, another question that I have for you revolves around the aforementioned Russell Westbrook. He mentioned that as soon as the trade was announced, he felt a weight was lifted. He felt like a new man playing for the Clippers. Do you think he runs it back with the Clippers, or are there any other teams you think that Russ might be interested in now that we've had this sort of resurgence and we know that Russ isn't the Lakers Russ? We know we're going to get better than that, or we can expect it now. So what are your thoughts on his future?
I would think he would try to run it back with the Clippers just because he gave him that chance and they let him. I mean, he moved right into that starting role. However, I think there will be a market for his services, so it'll be interesting. I think he runs it back, but I could see it going a lot of different ways, man. I really could. So I think he'll be a Clipper, but who knows? Who really knows, you know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think there are some other teams that will have interest in him in the offseason. It'll be a fun one to watch now. So keep an eye on that. I think we will I won't be surprised if we see Russ play for a different team before he retires, but as of right now, I'm going to go with you and say that, yeah, he's going to end up running it back with the Clippers, maybe on a 1-year deal.
That's how I feel about it. Yep.
So exactly. This takes us to the big showdown, the second round. Here we go. I'll pull it up for the screen for all of you.
Monster series.
Nuggets and Suns. Some might have the opinion that the winner of this one is going to go all the way as I show you the rest of the Western Conference layout here. So I'm not saying all that, and I'm not asking you to say it, but just keep it in mind, folks, that this could be a very important series in the Western Conference playoffs. And with that in mind, where are you leaning for this one, James?
I have to stick with my team. I got to stick with the Nuggets. I've been about the Nuggets all year to win it all. I will stick with them. However, I will say the Suns are horrifying right now. Devin Booker had 47 points in Game 5, the closeout game. Durant had 31, Ayton 21 and 11 rebounds. Booker had 25 points in the third quarter. Like, if any team's going to beat Denver, I could see it. But I will stick with the Nuggets, man. But this can be a long monster. This can be a beast of a series. Big series. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Man, so I think I might have to walk back my Western Conference prediction. I think it might be time for me to get off of the rail car down there in Denver, hop out of them mines, and get me some of that glorious Arizona sun, because as long as Kevin Durant is healthy, I am starting to believe that this Suns team, while not completely unbeatable, they'll lose some games. They haven't lost much while they've had their big four intact. And I did say 4, as you mentioned. Ayton is playing. So give me the Suns in this one, man. Suns in 7.
All right. Yeah. Like, I get it. I don't like it. I don't like you for it, but I understand it and I respect you. I'm gonna stand. I gotta stand by the Nugs, though. I'm gonna stand by the Joker. But man, it's gonna be fun. Like, this one is gonna be fun.
I threw them all off, James. I had Nuggets in 7 as my headline, but little did they know.
You tricked us all. You're a dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Yep. This way, no matter what happens, I'll just say I was right, right? See, no matter what happens,
Exactly.
that's how you play the game, baby.
Correct,
Skip
yes.
Bayless.
Yeah, you just cheat the system. You don't cheat, you just bend the system to your will.
Well, there we have it. There's our prediction for the second round. Maybe time to pop back in, check on the action. We have Golden State and Sacramento live. So maybe let's check with them first, since that's in the first quarter. We're not going to stick around for the rest of it. So let's check in. Warriors, Kings. What do we got, James?
We got Kings up 16-19, right? 19-16. I said that backwards.
That's my fault.
The box score here. See what's going on. That game just started. Man, it's going to be a late night. Kev, this East Coast time zone is just stupid. Oh,
it's killing me.
Let's see here. Clay's got 5. Jordan Poole 3. Andrew Wiggins 6. Steph has not scored. He didn't even shot the ball. For the Kings, Keegan Murray has 10. He's 4 of 5. Months bonus 6. De'Aaron Fox has 3 points. He's 1 of 1 for 3-point land, so that's good.
That shows what I know.
Yep, he's 1 for 2 from the field. Yes,
he's probably not going to make any threes today. That's all he's hit so far. Good job.
All he's got. Yeah, nice
Thank
job.
you, Darren.
Nice job. So that one just starting. Bucks Heat looks like 54-50. Closing in on halftime, about 6 minutes from half here. So we got a long night ahead of us, my friend. Long night ahead of us.
Any changes to your predictions based on what we've seen?
Nope. I'm going to stick with what I've got so far. These games are both right where you kind of expect them, close games. I just want to check and see Jimmy. See how Himmy's doing. He just got 11. Gabe Vincent 11. It's the Giannis and Chris Middleton show. 16 for Giannis, 17 for Middleton.
They're back. Welcome back, boys.
Connaughton's got 7. So no, this is gonna be a fun night of basketball, my friend.
Hey,
fun night.
You know what? I will leave you guys with this. And unfortunately, I don't have the clip. Maybe I can find it. But as we talk about this Bucks Heat series, did you see the highlight of Myers Leonard celebrating Miami hitting a 3? Mm-hmm. And then like he stood up, did one of these, and then it was like he suddenly realized, oh yeah, I don't play for them anymore. And he even did he started to like look around.
I did not see that.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think it's on TikTok or Twitter. Someone was just watching TV and they zoomed in on it, and it was just absolutely phenomenal.
That's funny as heck. That's funny.
Good for a great laugh or a quick laugh. Check that out. So before we bid you all farewell, let me take some time and let you know what else is going on in the Bite-Size Sports universe, because we have a wildly packed stream schedule for all of you at home, starting tomorrow with the NFL draft right at 8 o'clock. You're going to want to get here right on time. We don't expect the first pick to be in at 8, but we will be here at 8 o'clock sharp, ready to go. I don't know if the stream itself will be available on Playback TV yet. We have requested it. If it is available, we'll be live streaming on all 4 platforms. But in the worst case scenario, we will be streaming YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So we'll have it all there. We'll have a tracker pulled up, so you'll be able to react to all the picks with us live. And if you're unavailable to watch it live Thursday night, you can hang out with myself and Trevor, and I believe Nate is going to be joining us for Biting Early. We're bringing it back. We got our morning show back, and what better way than to start it off by talking the NFL draft Friday morning. And then, not to be outdone, we have a Saturday morning stream firing off at 10 a.m. Eastern, where we will talk with our dear friend and the racer of the number 9 Bite-Size sports car for the iRacing, current, or at least the reigning Talladega winner over in our neck of the woods. David Westergreen will join Nate and I. We will talk Major League Baseball and NASCAR, all kinds of cool stuff. So be sure to like and subscribe. I mean, definitely subscribe. I might want to turn those notifications on if I were you. It's going to be hard to keep up because, oh, by the way, next Tuesday, we have Necessary Roughness, where they will be breaking down what happened in the draft. We have ADP, Another Damn Fantasy podcast, next Wednesday. Thanks for lending us your spot, boys. We appreciate you. They'll be talking about the NFL draft. You can catch the NFL draft preview from our friends at Necessary Roughness from yesterday. So listen, do you get it? The moral of the story is we have nonstop content with a bite, sports content right here for you. Go ahead and find it there. Now, I've talked for a minute, so James, please tell them where they can find you.
You can catch me on social media everywhere, Schmitz06. Catch us usually here every Thursday at 9 p.m. We'll be back to our normal time slot next week. We moved it because of the NFL draft. You can catch us on playback tomorrow. We're going to be watching the draft, and Titans got the 11th pick, man. We will be live streaming my reactions, and I'm just going to pray.
I can't wait. Yeah. You think you're sweating.
I'm nervous. Yeah, you guys got 4. I'm nervous. I'm scared.
I am very, very nervous for that. And yes, so one last time, thanks all of you. You can find me on Twitter at Kev Nevick. You can also find my Twitch channel, same name. Anywhere you want to find me, it's at Kev Nevick _. One last time, I'll throw the QR code for our TikTok. You can find all of our short form content right there. So be sure to subscribe there as well. But don't forget about us over on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the goods. Join our Discord. One last time, I'll throw that on the screen as well. We thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to hang out with us, and we really appreciate you. Oh, what's up? We've got some comments here at the end.
coming in late and giving the great comments. We appreciate you, Justin.
Bro, appreciate you, Justin. Sorry, man, we are headed out. It's the end of our stream, but man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. James the GOAT. Yeah. Sorry. We had some technical difficulty, man. We Sixers, we did get to talk about them, and their very friendly situation they've got going on. They got a good situation. Thank you, courtesy of the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah, don't worry, Justin. We'll have plenty of time. We got plenty of Sixers talk coming up for sure, because they aren't going anywhere. Oh, and then hey, Justin, I already just told all these guys, make sure you tune in. We'll be live streaming the draft, the entire first round. So if Mike Mayer does go to the Chargers, we are going to be right there. Ooh, I appreciate that. There we go. Couple of goats, couple of bald-headed, bearded Billy goats. Appreciate
a lot of goats out here. We appreciate it, my friend.
We are out. Thank you again so much, everyone, for tuning in. You are absolutely the best. See you soon.